Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. Today I'm going to be showing you what I got from the Sew Biz location in Radford, Virginia. First of all, this hat that I'm wearing is kind of my own creation. It is inspired by this pattern here. I got this is one of the top down beanies, and it's also other finger. I'm still getting used to everything being backwards. There it is. She's wearing it there. I just couldn't, the way that it was designed, it looked like it was bleeding outwards, and it didn't look like a heart. Let me see if I can get it bigger. No, I have it here. Here it is. Hopefully I can cover up enough of this out here. Show you this side. So here she is sitting here with it. But I didn't like how it looked more rounded than actually like a heart. So I came up with the first design, which you guys have seen me wear. And this one is inspired with Jada and Stitch's design for her February Fair Isle calendar blanket. So I took the pattern that she had and then just filled it in. I'm using actually half double crochets for my hats right now, and I am trying to figure out a way to do a 4-leaf clover for next month for a hat. I'm trying to design it myself, but again, it might be something that Jada does and I kind of just alter it a little bit, or I come up with my own like I did for the heart the first time. Alright, so let's get to it. So if you haven't seen the walkthrough of the Sew Biz little, I'm going to say craft store, because it had mostly fabric in it. It was about 90% fabric and sewing stuff, about 10%, well maybe 90% fabric and sewing, and the rest of the 10% was crochet and knitting items. The first thing that I got was the Barraco Comfort, and this was $8.59. It's 50% superfine nylon, 50% superfine acrylic, and it is very soft. They consider this a 4-weight, yes, and it's made in Turkey. There's a glare. 5mm knitting needles. I don't know why it's saying that twice. Oh, 5mm. Okay, that's weird. Maybe it depends on how many stitches you do. And then on that side, it is also a 5mm hook. It is 210 yards, 3.5 ounces. And it's recommended to wash in machine washable, inside out, warm water, gentle cycle, dry clean when mixing light and dark colors. Tumble dry, low heat, do not over dry. And like I said, this was $8.59 for this one. I was trying to get things that I've never used before. And I don't know, that seems to me to be a lighter 4, but you can let me know what you think in the comment section below, if you think that's a good 4 or if you think that's a light 4. And this was again Barraco Comfort. It says knitting worsted weight. I'm not sure if that's any different than regular worsted weight. If anybody knows, let me know in the comment section below. I thought that was pretty with purples and greens and a little bit of blue. So there's there we go. I'll get this eventually. I do like how purple and greens go together, to be honest. Alright, the next thing I got was the Cascade Yarn Pacific. This was $7.99. It's 3.5 ounces or 213 yards. It does recommend a 5.0 to a 6.0 for crochet. It is machine wash, warm, tumble dry, low, and this yarn is made in India. And I do believe this is, yes, it's a 4-weight. I mean, sorry if it's blurry. Then of course I couldn't, not get one to test out. Now I do like Susan bait hooks, but they didn't have anything like that. This is the Knitter's Pride Waves. I'm gonna see if I can, oh, that's off. Okay, let's see if that's any better. It's not glaring. I got a 5mm hook in the color yellow. This was only $4.49 for this one. I'm going to go ahead and open this up and test out the yarn. Sorry for the crinkles, they do use plastic bags at that location. Oh, there's at the bottom. I was looking at the opening part at the top, it's at the bottom. So did anybody go out for Valentine's Day yesterday? Did anybody celebrate Valentine's Day? Well, let me get my scissors here. There we go. Okay. Oh, that feels weird. Alright, so that's an up close. Let me turn it the other way because it's done. Let's see. Can you see? Not sure if it's picking up right. There we go. Maybe. I had it and then I lost it. Okay, well it is an H or an 8, which is also known as a 5.0mm crochet hook. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little swatch. Let's see if I can get this to look down right here. Yeah, maybe it will. Oh, there we go. Okay. Try to center pull. And this is not going to be flipped, so I do apologize for all the righties out there. Okay, guess I should do it from that end. Maybe I should just do it from the outside. Okay, I am not having a yarn barf right now. Where are the... Alright. Let's see. There's... Nope, okay. Well, I guess I'll just maybe have a yarn barf. Or I'm going to pull off the label here. Okay, I'm just going to pull the label off. I actually learned this little technique from, if I can, from Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches. I'm making a knot. So I did 15, I'm going to do one more. Okay, do a row single crochet. Not bad so far. You could possibly couple with this. They're not too short, but they're not extremely long either with the color changes. As you can see in my chain, it went from blue to green to like purple back to green. So yeah, I don't mind this. It's not bad. I might throw this in the giveaway when I do my 100 subscriber giveaway. And I want to thank everybody out there that's watching this today that has subscribed to my channel. It really helps me out, and for watching my videos from start to finish. I know some of them are long, like some of my couple of walkthroughs. I'm going to try to break those down like I did with this last one. If it winds up being really long, so that way you don't have to sit there. It is a little splitty. Just had some splitting happen there. Now I do have another video that's going to be coming out this week. It's going to be another purchase from the Wool Workshop. I went back to get the book for the local yarn stores. Actually, it had more than just yarn stores in it. There were stores with just quilting. And I don't think, unless you guys want me to, I do not think I'll go to just quilting locations. They will need to have some yarn. But I know that there's a lot of people that do sewing and like to see the different fabrics people offer. So if you want me to go to them, just let me know in the comment section below that you'd like to see some just fabric stores for quilting or embroidery or anything like that. So as I said, it is splitty. And it could just be because of the hook that I'm using. But there's my row of single crochet. I'm going to do a row of half double and double. Now I just chain one. My edges turn out better when I just chain one and start in that very first stitch instead of skipping it. Oh, I'm doing that wrong. I'm doing singles again. I said half double. My voice sounds like it's going. That's not good. And also, if anybody wants me to try to do a tutorial for my hat, whether it's the one like I'm wearing, or if you would like the first one, I'll be glad to try to work on that. I know yesterday was Valentine's Day, so it'd be kind of late, but at least, you know, you would have it for next year, or if you like hearts in general. Yeah, this is kind of splitty. Has anybody used the Barrico Comfort yarn? If so, was it splitty for you? Did you go up a hook size? Did you change hooks? The style, because this is a tapered hook. And again, I'm not used to tapered hooks. I started out on boy like a lot of us did. Not saying everybody does, but I started out on boy, and I think that's one of the reasons why I had so much trouble with learning how to crochet. I don't know. It could have just been me. But I am looking to try to find a wraps per inch tool like Kim has from Affordably Crafty, but something low. I don't know where she got hers from, but yeah, I think when I try to use this again, I'll try to use my Susan Bates hook or my Ami hook or Omi. Everybody pronounces it different. It's the one that you can get on Amazon that's like the furls, only more cost effective for some people. How many of you took advantage of that deal that they were having yesterday? If I had the money, I probably would have gotten them just to try out. it's a great deal buying 2 and getting 3 free. You don't know, I don't think you know what the 3 that you're getting are gonna be, but and I will also test the frogging. I don't think this is gonna have too much trouble frogging, but then again, you never know. Sometimes you think the simple yarns like this, not the fancy yarns, as some people call them, with the fur or the eyelash yarns, gonna give you problems with frogging, and then it winds up not being the case. And I think it's got some good stitch definition. I can talk. It's really early in the morning, Wednesday. I meant to get this done yesterday, but I never got to it, so. Alright, and then there's the half double crochet. And let's just do a double. I don't mind triples or trebles, but I'm not going to do that right now since I have the other one to test out as well. Now this one is actually seeming like it's going, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'm a tight crocheter or a loose crocheter. I have never figured that out. I don't think I'm a tight, and I don't think I'm that loose. I think I'm kind of in between. Because when I made the first Christmas tree hat, I followed that to what hook to use, what yarn, well, most of the yarn, not all of it, because they suggest using Michael's brand Impeccable. Is it Impeccable? Alright everybody, I'm back. My computer decided to say it didn't have enough space for any more videos, so I'm not sure if this is where I left off or not. There we go. Okay, so I'm still working on the double crochet row. Yeah, there we go. I'm not sure what I was talking about before the video cut out on me, so I do apologize if I repeat anything. But I'm not sure how this is going to frog, but I will do that here in a minute and show you the end result before I do that. If you have not watched the videos from the tour of the Sew Biz craft store in Radford, I will link all the videos below. There are 4 different videos. I did break them up into 4. I did 2 for the fabric, 1 for the embroidery and cross stitch section, and 1 for the yarn and yarn accessories. Alright. So here's what mine looks like. I think it's got some good stitch definition. Again, I'm not sure if I loosely crochet, tightly, in between. It looks like some of it's loose, like there's holes here. So I might try this with actually a smaller hook to see how it comes out when I do work with it. If you've ever worked with this yarn, now this does come in solids, variegateds. I just chose a variegated because I like a lot of color in my yarn. I don't like one solid color, unless I'm using other colors with it to break up the color a little bit. Alright, and I'm frogging it here, and you can see it's just coming right apart. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to go on to the Cascade yarns, Pacific. Now they did also have this in chunky. as well. And I cannot remember if Chunky's 5 or 6. I want to say 5, but it didn't have it on the yarn band what yarn, the weight of the yarn was considered. Oh, that one came out. But I got all this yarn. Okay. Now this one, I'm going to do something a little bit different. And there it goes, dropping on the floor. Dropping on the floor. It's okay, there's nothing down there that's going to harm it. So I pull it back up. Now I did get the solid in the Pacific yarn because they didn't have variegated for this one. And my favorite color is purple. Does it look very purple? Looks more blue, but it is. Let's see if I can get more true to color here for you. That's still too blue. It's more of a purple color. These don't have color names, they just have color numbers, and this is color number 26, dye lot 202. Again, I'm going to use my crochet hook that I got that day, and this might go in the giveaway for when I reach 100 subscribers. And I want to thank everybody again who has subscribed to my the channel, not my channel, it's the channel, and has watched my videos from start to finish. I know some of them are long, and I do apologize for that. Sometimes I just get kind of carried away, especially going into local yarn stores. Alright, so let's go ahead here. And this looks like it's going to be a splitty yarn already. As you can see, it's a, let's see if you can see that. See how it's already split, and then I didn't even start yet. I just was trying to get my starting point here. So let's go ahead and do 16 like the last one. There's 16. I'm going to go ahead and single crochet the first row. I love the color, but I'm not sure. It's kind, like I said, it's kind of splitty. This one again is a superwash. Is it a 60% acrylic, 40% superwash merino for this one? I'm not sure if I stated that when I showed it earlier, so. Oh, I'm trying to do something else there. Okay, there's the next one. If you ever used these yarns that I'm showing you today, please let me know what you've made with them. I'm trying to figure out, I only got one skein of each color just to try them out. They do have quite a bit of yardage in them, so I was figuring maybe I could make a hat. I've been into hats lately. Hats and blankets have been my thing lately. Started out with scarves and went straight into blankets. Some of them I first did were bag-o-day blankets, some were Jada and Stitches, some were just me just learning a new stitch. Now after I get this row done, I want to show you guys something, and you can let me know in the comment section below if I created a new stitch or if it's an existing stitch. If it is an existing stitch, let me know what the name of the stitch is. I thought it was the double herringbone crochet stitch, but I could be wrong. Alright, last one. Alright, so so there's the single crochet. Again, it's coming up more blue on my side when I look at it from my camera, but it is purple. It's like a light purple. Alright, chain 1 and turn. Okay, so this is, so I start off like a double crochet or half double. I pull up one, so I've got 3. I take the one that I just pulled up and I go through that one that I wrapped around. Then I wrap it around again, go through just that one, wrap it around again and go through the 2. And that's, well, let's see, I'll go ahead and do another one. So I wrap my yarn around my hook, go through, pull up 1, and then I go through that one that I wrapped, leaving the 2 on there, go through, wrap the yarn again, pull through the 1 loop, and then pull through 2. I think it's the double herringbone crochet, double crochet herringbone, however it's said. I actually made a wrap with this stitch, and I'm using this stitch for the one cake cardigan that Ginger did in November from the Yarn Geek, and I crochet with a little bit of my own hair. Alright, so I already did that one. Okay. I think it's that one. Was it? Yeah, okay. Talking and losing track of what I'm doing here. But I'm only going to do these 2 rows here, and then I'll show you what it looks like on the other side. Okay. And then again, let me know if I've come up with a new stitch. If I have, woohoo! That'd be a first. And if I didn't, let me know what the name of this stitch is called. Like I said, it's kind of like a double crochet, but not really, because I'm not doing just the front loop. Okay, see, I'm getting confused with myself here. Alright, so I go through, do that one, and come back up. I'm hoping you guys can see this. If not, I'll try to take another video and flip it for you so you can see. I'll have to show you the wrap that I made at one point when they came out with the loops and thread. It was the roving style yarn that they came out with this past fall, and they had a color that reminded my husband of the Joker, the purple and the green, not realizing that there'd be some blue mixed in with it. I made my nephew a hat out of it. Wound up being too big because I didn't measure it, so. And then with the leftover yarn that we had purchased that day, I started making a wrap with it. Because then I started falling in love with purple and green. I don't know why it looks so good together, but it does. Yeah, the stitches come out a little slanted for this stitch that I'm doing. I figured I'd do something different than just the single, half double, double, and then frog it. So I'm also working on a baby blanket just to work on it. I'm trying to use up some yarn that I bought right after I finally snapped on how to clicked on how to, there you go, try to do on how to crochet. And I don't think if it wasn't for looking up people on YouTube, I think I would still be struggling today. So my channel's gonna try to be about, you know, teaching other people how to crochet, taking you on local yarn store trips, and I'm gonna try to do box stores as well. In Christiansburg, Virginia, they have a Michael's, a Hobby Lobby, and a Joann's within minutes of each other. They're like just one's in one plaza and the other two are in another one. It was like weird. Because in Roanoke, they don't have a Hobby Lobby. The closest one for me is in Christiansburg. We have 2 Michael's in my town and 1 Joann's? 1 Joann's. Which it's not a very good Joann's, in my opinion, but which is oddly enough right across the street from the wool workshop that I went to a couple weekends ago. Okay, so here's my last stitch. Well, if it'll let me go into the last stitch. Yeah, this yarn's pretty splitty. I'm gonna have to try it out with my Susan Bates because it's got that point on it, to see if that helps with the splitting. This is also very splitty. Alright. Okay. I'm not going to do any more. So this is what it looks like with that stitch that I was doing. Again, it could be that I'm just didn't know it and I was doing the double crochet herringbone stitch, or I came up with my own new one. If you know what I was doing here, if it's the double crochet herringbone stitch, wonderful, because didn't think I'd ever learn that stitch, but I did, if that is correct on this here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and frog it. It's coming out fine, no snags, even where it's split, and, well, just, you know. There we go. Okay. Alright. Again, this is not blue like it looks on here. Maybe it'll look different when I upload it to YouTube. I'm not sure. But this is definitely not a blue. It's more, let me see. Nope, that still looks blue. There, that looks more a color. So it's more like that. It's actually more purple than blue, but for whatever reason it's picking up the blue. And I think this is a good 4-weight yarn. The other one was a little thinner. Compare the two here. Maybe they're the same thickness. Maybe they just look a little different. Okay, so the green one is the Comfort from Barrico, and this one is the Cascade Pacific. Yeah, the green one definitely looks a little thinner to me. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Keep a watch out for the next episode of what I bought at the wool workshop on my second trip. And I'm going to try to do if you would like, I'll do an online walkthrough to show you more items that they have available and just show you how much they have to offer from that company. Alright, well, until next time, stay safe and have a crafty day.